All right, so today we are diving into AI video generation,
Okay.
and we're going to be focusing on a tool called Kling.
Cool.
And we've got a cool YouTube video as our source material today.
Wow.
It's in Spanish, actually, showing how, like, global this technology is getting.
Yeah.
But basically what it is like you can type in what you want to see in a video, and Kling tries to create it for you.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So if you're curious about AI video generation, whether you want to use it for work, for fun, or you're just like curious about this whole thing,
I think a lot of people are.
yeah,
It's really blowing up.
then this is the deep dive for you.
Exactly. And this video we're looking at is pretty fascinating because it not only shows you how Kling works, but it also compares it to some of the other big names in AI video generation.
Right.
Like, how does it actually stack up against the competition?
Okay, so in the video, the creator starts by using Kling to make an image.
Interesting.
So they type in cinematic warrior,
Okay.
and Kling actually lets you upload reference images too.
Wow. So you can give it a visual starting point.
Want it to be based off of like a photo you took or something.
That's cool.
You can do that.
Yeah.
And you can also tell Kling like what format you want the image in.
Oh, interesting.
So you can be like really specific.
That makes sense. Gives you more control.
Yeah, so it gives you a lot of control over like how you're generating these images.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing that a lot more in AI tools in general.
Right.
Like, it's not just about
just spitting out whatever.
Yeah, spitting something out. It's like giving the user more like customizability and control over the final product.
Okay, so images are cool, but what we all really want to know is
the videos, right?
How do we make videos with AI?
Yeah.
So how does that actually work with Kling?
So imagine you type in a bustling cityscape at sunset.
Okay.
That's your prompt. Kling takes that text and tries to make it into a video. And like one of the cool features they talk about is that you can use what are called negative prompts to tell Kling what you don't want to see.
So you're saying like...
Yeah, so like, those AI images where sometimes things get a little weird?
Yeah.
Like blurry?
Yeah, just like kind of jumbled together?
Exactly. So if you don't want blurriness, you can type in like no blur, no pixelation.
That's really cool.
So that gives you even more control over the final output.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being a director.
Right.
But you're just like typing out your video.
Instead of like yelling at people on a set.
Exactly.
And the creator even mentions you can control things like camera movement.
Oh, really?
Video length.
Yeah.
And even like how creative you want Kling to be. It's pretty amazing what you can do with just a few words. Yeah, it's really interesting, like the level of detail you can get into with these prompts. Like you can even specify specific camera moves. Like you can say smooth lateral displacement or close up on the character's face.
Whoa.
And Kling will try to actually do that.
Okay, so Kling sounds pretty awesome.
Right.
Especially since it's free.
Yeah.
But how does it compare to some of those like more professional
paid
AI video generation tools that are out there?
Yes.
So the creator actually puts Kling head to head with Runway Gen 3.
Oh, God.
Which they say is their like current favorite AI video generator.
God.
And they use the exact same prompt for both tools.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is really cool.
So you get a real like side-by-side comparison.
A direct comparison to see how they stack up.
That's cool. Yeah.
So what'd they find?
So the prompt that they use is a melancholy flashback scene.
Interesting.
And as you might expect, Runway Gen 3 being a paid tool, delivered smoother camera movements.
Yeah. And just overall higher quality videos.
Makes sense.
But Kling held its own in some scenes.
Oh, okay.
And it even produced some surprisingly realistic moments.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good for a free tool.
Yeah. So, I mean, while it's not like the industry leader yet, it definitely has potential.
Yeah. And, the fact that it's free makes it like such a good starting point for people who are just curious. Like you don't have to, shell out any money.
You just jump in and try it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that Kling is great for like beginners, but what about the really advanced stuff?
Right.
Like, how does it compare to like the infamous Sora, OpenAI's highly anticipated tool?
Yeah.
That's not publicly available yet.
Not yet.
But,
The hype is real, though.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it.
People are like leaking stuff, and it's really cool.
It is impressive.
Yeah. So the creator actually decides to compare Kling to Sora to see how like the free tool stacks up to like
The top dog.
the big guy.
Yeah.
But because Sora isn't out yet,
Mm-hmm.
they use existing Sora videos
Okay.
and try to recreate them using Clink.
Oh, interesting.
So they'll like find like a really popular Sora video
Yeah.
and they'll like watch it and be like,
Okay, what's the prompt?
what was the prompt for that? And see if Clink can do the same thing.
So like almost a reverse engineering
Yeah.
to see what Kling can do.
So how did it do?
Well, it's pretty clear that Klink's not quite on the same level as Sora yet,
Okay.
especially when it comes to like the length of the videos and those like super smooth, almost lifelike animations that Sora's known for.
Right.
Like Kling still has a little ways to go,
That makes sense.
but it's,
I mean, Sora is like
yeah, it's still under wraps.
top secret.
Yeah.
And Clink is out there
Yeah.
for anyone to try.
It's impressive that it can even come close.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive. That it can even, like, sort of get in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
So just to, like, drive this point home,
Mm-hmm.
the creator also tries to replicate a specific character
Okay.
from a Sora video using Clink,
Interesting.
and then they also try it with another tool called Happer.
Oh, okay, another one.
And neither of them were able to accurately recreate the character.
Oh, really? So Sora's still got it.
It seems like creating, like, really specific and complex visuals, especially characters, is still a big challenge for a lot of these AI tools.
Yeah.
Sora seems to have, like, figured some stuff out.
Yeah.
But
It'll be interesting to see how, like, Clink and the other tools evolve,
yeah.
to kind of address that.
Yeah, so it seems like if you want professional level results right now,
Mm-hmm.
you probably still need to go with a paid option like Runway Gen 3.
Yeah. Yeah,
But Clink is a great starting point.
exactly. And
Yeah.
what's so exciting about it is that accessibility, like, it's removing that financial barrier
Yeah.
so anyone can, jump into AI video generation.
It's like opening up a whole new world of
Yeah.
creativity
Totally.
for anyone with an internet connection.
Yeah. And who knows, Clink could, keep
Yeah.
developing and become
Yeah.
like a major player in the AI video space.
Right.
But for now, it's like such a great way to just get your feet wet, see what
Yeah.
it's all about.
Okay, so we've learned a lot about Clink.
Yeah.
It's free, it's easy to use, it has some really impressive features, but it's not quite at the level of the professional paid tools
Not yet.
yet.
Yeah.
So what stands out to you the most about Clink?
Honestly, just that sheer potential, like yes, it has limitations, but they're constantly developing it and improving it.
Right.
So like we could see some really cool advancements in the near future. Who knows?
Yeah, it's really fascinating to think about where this tech is headed
Yeah.
and how it might change, how we make and watch video content. But before we jump too far into the future of AI video,
Mm-hmm.
let's hear what the creator has to say about Clink
Okay.
and kind of like what it means for video creation in general.
Yeah, let's dive into that.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Clink and how even though it has its limitations,
Right.
it's still a pretty amazing tool for anyone who wants to experiment with AI video.
Yeah, and the creator of the video we're watching actually makes a pretty bold statement about the future of AI video in general.
Okay, what do they say?
They believe that it is going to completely change the way we make movies.
Oh,
Like, totally revolutionize filmmaking.
that's a pretty big claim.
Yeah. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
If these tools keep getting better and better,
Mm-hmm.
imagine being able to create a whole movie just by, typing out a script.
That would be wild.
Like, no actors, no cameras, no sets.
Just pure imagination.
Yeah.
Wow. So, do you think AI will actually be able to do that? Fully revolutionize filmmaking?
I think it has the potential to. I mean, it could definitely change, how quickly movies are made.
Right.
And maybe even open up filmmaking to, a much wider audience.
That's a point, yeah.
If anyone can make a movie with AI,
Right.
then storytelling could become even more diverse and accessible.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a world where anyone who has a story to tell
Right.
can create a visually stunning film, regardless of their, budget or their technical skills.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about.
It is, but with any new technology,
Right.
there are always challenges and potential downsides.
Absolutely. One of the biggest concerns with AI in general
Yeah.
is the potential for misuse.
Yeah. I mean, just look at deepfakes.
Exactly. They're already a huge problem.
Yeah.
And AI video generation could make it even easier to create these super realistic fake videos.
Yeah, people could use this technology to spread misinformation or, even damage someone's reputation.
It's scary to think about.
It is, like, it really makes you question that whole idea of, like, seeing is believing in the age of AI.
Right. Like, how do we know it's real anymore?
Yeah, we might need to completely rethink how we evaluate the authenticity of videos in the future.
That's a really good point.
Okay, so we've got, like, potential benefits, potential risks.
Right.
What else did the creator have to say about the future of AI video generation?
Well, they end the video by encouraging viewers to, like, try out Clink.
Okay.
Experiment with it.
Yeah.
Even though it has limitations,
hmm
they emphasize the importance of being patient with the technology as it grows.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in the hype,
Right.
expect like perfect results right away.
Yeah.
But AI video generation is still, it's still pretty early days. Like,
Yeah.
who knows what we'll be able to create with these tools 5, 10 years down the line.
Right. The technology is evolving so quickly. It's
Does it?
like hard to even imagine.
Yeah, almost impossible to predict what's coming next.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We've explored the capabilities of Clink, compared it to other tools like Runway Gen 3 and Sora. And we've even talked about, like, the big picture implications of AI video generation on, like, filmmaking as a whole.
It's been pretty mind-blowing.
It has.
So, like, out of everything we've talked about, what stands out to you the most? Like, what's your biggest takeaway?
For me, it's the accessibility of Clink that's really blown me away.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, anyone can experiment with AI video generation for free.
It is pretty amazing.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, like, when photo editing software first became, like, widely available.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a whole new world of creative possibilities.
Totally, yeah.
Opened up.
And, I mean, just like with photo editing software,
Right.
there's a learning curve with AI video generation, but the tools are becoming more intuitive all the time.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's getting easier and easier.
So for our listener who's, like, totally intrigued by AI video generation now, what would you say is, like, the next step for them?
I mean, honestly, I think the best way to learn is by doing just like download Plink, experiment with different prompts, see what you can create.
Just play around with it.
Yeah, just play around with it. Don't be afraid to, like, get creative and have fun with it.
Yeah, and don't get discouraged if your first few attempts aren't, like, masterpieces.
Right, exactly.
I mean, even the creator of this video
Yeah.
had some, misses along the way.
It's all about experimentation
Right.
and learning.
Yeah, the more you play with it, the
Yeah.
better you'll understand, like, its capabilities and its limitations.
Exactly. And you might even discover some, like, hidden features
Right.
or creative workarounds that,
Mhm.
maybe the video didn't even cover.
Yeah, that's the beauty of, like, exploring new technology.
Yeah,
There's always something new to discover,
for sure.
and I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I think so, too.
So, for our listener, if you're ready to dive into the world of AI video generation,
Yeah.
give Clink a try.
It's free.
It's free, it's fun,
Yeah,
and who knows, it might just spark your next creative breakthrough.
exactly.
And as always, stay curious and keep exploring.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've, like, explored Clink and how it compares to those other AI video tools. But this whole, like, deep dive has got me thinking about, like, what happens when everyone can make these, like, super realistic videos?
Right. Like, what are the implications of that?
Thanks to AI.
Yeah, it's a big question.
It's a huge question.
And, I mean, there are a lot of, like, really important points to consider.
Yeah.
I mean, on the one hand, it's incredibly exciting. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
imagine the possibilities for storytelling, education, even just, like, sharing everyday experiences
Right.
in a whole new way
Yeah, that's like,
through these videos that look
it could be a total game changer.
totally, like we were saying before, almost like when everyone suddenly had access to, like, photo editing software.
Exactly.
Just opens up so many possibilities.
But, like, just like with photo editing, there's also the potential for misuse.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, we've talked about deepfakes
Right.
and how AI video generation could make it even easier to create these, like, fake videos that are basically indistinguishable from reality.
Yeah, and that's, like, a really scary thought.
It is. It's like,
If anyone can create a video that looks completely real, how do we know what to believe anymore?
it's like seeing is no longer believing.
Right. Like, it really throws that whole concept out the window.
Yeah, like, we might have to start, like, relying on other forms of evidence or like maybe even develop like new technologies to detect AI-generated video.
Right, because our eyes can't be trusted anymore.
We're entering uncharted territory here.
Totally. It's a whole new world.
And it's going to require like a lot of critical thinking and careful consideration.
Yeah, we can't just blindly accept everything we see.
Yeah.
We have to like question everything.
It's almost like AI is forcing us to like reevaluate how we perceive the world around us.
It's making us rethink reality.
Yeah, which is like exciting and terrifying.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. It's a time of like immense opportunity and potential, but it also demands responsibility and careful consideration of, the ethical implications.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah, that's the big question.
What can our listener do to like stay ahead of the curve and make sure they're like using this technology ethically and responsibly?
Well, I think that the first step is awareness, right?
Okay.
Like educate yourself about the technology, understand its capabilities, its limitations, and like be aware of the potential for misuse.
Yeah.
And of course, like stay informed about the ethical discussions that are happening around AI video generation.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, I think that's crucial.
And like, don't be afraid to experiment,
Yeah, absolutely.
Tools like Kling are making it easier than ever to like dive in and try things out.
For sure.
Who knows, you might like discover some new way to use AI video generation that benefits society or like pushes the boundaries of creative expression.
Exactly. It's a time for experimentation and exploration.
Yeah.
But like always remember to do so responsibly.
Yeah.
And with an awareness of like the potential impact of this technology.
Well said.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the end of our deep dive
Okay.
into the world of AI video generation.
It's been a wild ride.
We've explored the capabilities of Kling, compared it to other tools.
Yeah.
We even pondered some like pretty big questions surrounding this whole field.
Yeah.
It's a rapidly evolving field.
It is like things are changing so quickly.
Every single day.
It's hard to keep up.
I hope this deep dive has provided some like valuable insights for our listeners.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And encouraged you to like think critically about the future of AI video generation.
Yeah. Because it's coming, whether we're ready for it or not.
It is. It's here.
Yeah.
So
it's been a fascinating journey.
It really has.
And yeah, like you said, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
So until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and let's see what amazing things we can create together.
Yes.
In the age of AI.